Wasn't that a great win for those guys? What a great baseball game. I hope you guys all got to see it. That was really something. So that's why we won today. Way to go, Scott. Got us all charged up. This was a really good game for us today, and we were really challenged, and we started so poorly, both sides of the ball, and then it took us some time to get going, and but what happened today was really, hopefully, really important for us. Is we talked about how we were going to keep hanging no matter what happened. We were going to keep hanging and keep hanging. It didn't matter what the game felt like or looked like. And we needed every bit of it before it was over. And so the span in the middle of the game, when the offense scored 4 out of 5 times, the defense went 8 straight drives without giving up a point, that's when the game was controlled for us and turned around. And fortunately, we were able to take advantage of that. So it's always fun to come down here too and play. You know, we're not in San Francisco, but it's still, we call them San Francisco Niners, and so it's always fun to get that done too.
What changed for you guys on defense? I mean, there's a lot of talk all week about trying to get some things fixed. What did you see different?
We played really we played really complimentary ball with Russian coverage, and that's why we were 2 for 14 on third down. It's a huge stat for us, a huge stat, and a huge turnaround, and one that was really, that's the story of the game. And we've seen last week, it's the story in the opposite direction, but this was the story of the game. And guys came through. We had breakups, we had rushes, we had sacks, we had everything that it took to get that done. Balls knocked down, and that's the factor in the game. Now, I don't want to discount this because I thought Russ was spectacular today. I thought in this attempt, it was so hard early, and he just stayed the course, stayed with it, and we really kind of recaptured a chance at this game when you wouldn't think there was any way. It just didn't look like it was going to happen. And he did a marvelous job at the line of scrimmage in this game, again on the road with the crowd going crazy and all that. We benefited from stuff that he was able to do. And then there was just a couple plays that were just crazy. The scramble for the touchdown was great. The other spin scramble, I mean, that's just as good as you can get for Russ and for Freddie to come through and make the catch down there. So also thought that Alex Collins really gave us a spark today. He looked really good. And his touchdown run was a special run. It's a beautiful run. We couldn't see it as good until we got to look on the scoreboard. But he had a really good day in complimenting with Chris, and so we were able to run the ball enough so that we could play off it and take advantage. DK and Tyler both have four or five catches, whatever it was, and they came through in important times. And so anyway, I'm so proud of these guys, the way they hung in there and came back and put the game back in order, and then stayed in one thing. And it's a beautiful job.
Throw to swing for the touchdown.
Yeah. Well, that was perfect. It was a perfect throw in the corner, and Freddie, converted it to a great play. But come on, I think he spun out on one of them, and then there's Bosa, and then he makes him whatever. It was crazy, and just the way we love to see Russ play and do his thing.
There's a lot of talk this week about how he's never lost 3 in a row, and he still hasn't.
Never lost 3 in a row. Yeah, that's a really good thing. It was in the back of somebody's mind as well. So I was really glad that we were able to do this today.
What are your impressions of Trey Lance? I mean, he had to come in for Garoppolo, and obviously, rookie guy. And what were your impressions of him?
He was really resourceful. He did a good job running. Was tough. Yeah, we hit him pretty good on a couple of those runs, and he bounced back. He's a good physical football player, and I'm sure that they they wanted to get him to do all of the things that he does. He made a huge touchdown pass. We made a big mistake, but still he took advantage of it, and so I thought he did well. He was hard to deal with.
It seemed like the offensive line those first 5 drives just couldn't get anything going, run over pass blocking. What changed?
Yeah, it's really the same plays that we call later on in the game, and we were able to execute better. And I think as the game got going, our guys got a better feel, and Russ got a better feel for what he needed to do. That's what I'm telling you. and he won't tell you what he's doing, or I'll turn the mic off. But he had really good control as the game got going, and he was able to make calls that helped us, and so he put us in the best positions at times, and the guys really came through and took advantage of that. And that's all part of the system, but it was really well orchestrated, and when we really needed it, and so.
What led you to go more dime and how Ryan Neal fit in and what he did?
Well, yeah, thanks for bringing it up. Ryan seemed to have a great game today, and that was, it's just something, looking at their tight end, how good he was. We just thought that the matchup might work out for us and help us a little bit. And he had a beautiful game. I don't know how many wins, but I thought he had some breakups on third downs that were really, huge for the game.
What's he brought you? He's kind of been on the fringes of the lineup and the roster, and yet he's still played.
I think Ryan is really one of the classic guys in the years that we've been here that comes out of kind of nowhere. He was kicked around a little bit, and I think we got him from Atlanta. He was a corner at the time, I think, when we were looking at the film, and then we brought him in here, and he kind of hung in there and was able to play a little safety and from his background, a little corner and back and forth. But he's very much like Deshaun Shedd, and kind of played a role like that. But the reason I'm liking talking about him is because of him. He is a great competitor. He's a great practice player. He's a great inspiration to these guys. They love everything about the guy because he's so tough and he cares so much. It's so important to him. He gives you everything he's got. I mean, he did a really good job for us a year ago, in filling in for Jamal, and so this is his best chance today. And sure enough, he came through again. And to me, he's like he's like Doug and Jermaine and those guys that kind of came out, even Sherman came out of nowhere, as a 5th round pick. Those guys that were kind of seemed to be overlooked, but they just had the chip on their shoulder, and that he is right in there. And guys like that are like that's the heart and soul of what this program has always been. And so I'm thrilled to have a chance to talk about him. Thanks.
What do you think of Sydney in the corner?
We made one huge error, obviously, and it was just a simple thing. It was a really bad mistake that gives them a huge touchdown play. But other than that, I thought they played pretty good, and we were around the ball a lot today. And I got to see the film, but I thought they hung in there pretty well.
Why did you decide to go with Sydney in this game?
I just thought it was time. I think you asked 4 straight weeks or 3 straight weeks, and so I thought, well, okay, but it does take us time to gain the access to the guy. You got to know that he knows what's going on, across the board. And I mean, look what happened. We made a big error today too, and so we try to avoid that by buying time. And so, but we grabbed him so that he would play, and we want to see what he would do. And so we took a shot at it. And I like the thought of putting DJ back on the other side where he played well last year, and so there'll be a lot more that you guys will write about this stuff over time. It's a work in progress, and it takes time to get this stuff right, and hopefully, it's not too late.
Just before the first half ended, you feel like you guys were able to see the momentum at that point and carry it over to the second
It totally
half?
felt like that, yeah, because we had been playing well on defense. It really did feel like that. It's kind of like we just needed something, to hang our hat on, and so we got 7. We had the ball back again with 30-something seconds left, and we're thinking about should we go, here. But it felt good to be, in that we had come back that far. I didn't want to give them any new momentum, and because we could feel that it had turned, and so we were hoping, and our guys came through.
How was it happening with Cedric?
I don't have anything on Cedric.
Just wanted to see Jake late towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I don't have anything on that. I don't know. Is Jay playing?
Yeah.
No, just Cedric hadn't been playing in a month, so to get him on the field, that we had planned to have the rotation. We were going to play Jamarco today, and Jamarco came up sick again, and couldn't go, and so that's where Cedric got the nod, and so Jake got a little bit of playtime. That's all it was.
What's going on with Jamar? That's 2 straight. Is it the
I
same
know.
thing?
We don't know. We don't know what's going on because he was sick right at the end of the week last week. Not COVID sick, but just some kind of something or other. I don't know. Some kind of that was making him like sick to his stomach and throwing up and all that kind of stuff. So he was ill and it kicked in again yesterday and today. So so we couldn't play him.
Coverage teams were flying downfield. It wasn't just a fumble on the kickoff.
Yeah.
Hit was.
Yeah, that was a stupendous hit. One of the things we talked about in the locker room with the team was the kickoff team and how they set tempo. These guys are really good. They're really good at it, and they've been vicious on their hits. Almost every game we've been able to do that. And it's really kind of a tempo setter for us. And Ballure in the middle of it, Cody, Penny Hart is part of that. Ryan Neal, those guys, they're just really, really intent on being great at what they're doing. And I think Izzo and Tracy Smith are doing a great job. They're doing a great job with those guys.
How does Alex look different now compared to when you first had him?
When Alex came into the league, he thought he needed to be bigger, and he was like 219 or 20 or something like that. It just didn't suit him. He's got great feet and he's got great quickness, and that's how he made all those yards in college. And he thought, going to the league, I get bigger, and he just didn't look as good. And so when he came back to us, the first time he came back, everyone, holy cow, no wonder he gained a bunch of yards at the Ravens. He just looked better. He looked niftier and the kind of player that our guys had seen in college, But sometimes guys make that error, and they think, as NFL, I got to get huge. I don't know that he thought that, but he did that, and so that's what's different. He's way trimmer and more fit, and he's got marvelous instincts as a runner.
How did DK and Tyler make it through the game?
They did. They made it through, and both those guys. There were some question marks, and I'm really proud of those guys for. They never doubted for a second, never gave us any inclination that they weren't going to play, and those guys continue to do great stuff.
Tell that having a more serious vibe around the team during the week made a difference today?
Yeah. I think it was a bit of a wake up call, and we've been pushing and going and expectations so darn high and all of that for the whole time we've been together, and I think we got faced with it, that it wasn't happening, like we thought, and everybody had to just dig in a little bit more, do a little bit righter, and make sure that we don't make errors, and we're really, really good. Just try to get a little bit better, because we've been close, and so this is just one step, but and we got a ways to go. We got a ways to continue to get better, and you guys have asked, last year when it turned around, what happened, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes you got to get the right mentality. Everything's got to fit together right, and they got to have the right pain sometimes too to share. And it was, I don't know. That's the pain story of this season. I would wish it would be, but it made a difference. And I thought our guys really put it together well. And I go over to Bobby and Dwayne and Russ. Those guys really would not let it continue, and so. Jamal, those guys really did a nice job.
It seemed like Quandre was kind of cleaning up a lot of stuff on the back end, just finishing plays.
Yeah, he had a beautiful interception today. That was a great play for us, and we've been waiting for that. He's been back there hanging and looking, and he finally got a great one and took advantage of it.
How's Carlos?
He hurt his toe. He got his toe jammed or something a couple times.
The toe?
Yes.
So did Gerald not test negative at all during the weekend?
As far as I know, I didn't hear it today. Yesterday, I was checking every time, so we were going to send a jet for him if we had to, but couldn't make it. So we'll see what happens. He's got to test negative 2 days in a row and show that he's back. So we all should be curious about. This is a good test case to see how the vaccines work and see if he can get a good response right here and faster than 10 days. We'll see what happens.
Is he still feeling okay?
As far as I know, I haven't talked to him in 2 days, so I don't know anything different. But I don't think he's going to get worse. I think he's going the other way.
We know that you guys test an extra day. Which is the one that does the NFL mandate you test on Monday or Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they make us test on Monday or that we have any day we can test on. Yeah, we can take a day. I'm saying it again. The fact that we tested on Wednesday saved us. It saved us, and he would have been on this trip. He would have played in this game, and all of that exposure would have taken place if we didn't test on Wednesday. So, I'm thrilled that we understand that, and we made the step to do it. And the one case we've had in 18 months or whatever, we got saved because of the discipline of all that, and it worked. So, hopefully we get him back. No, you're not up now. You're not ready. Not yet. He's competing. He didn't want to be there. He wants to fight his way back up, and I told him he's got a chance to do that. Well, I'm counting on that. Okay. DK, you're up.
you guys to just, when it's a struggle early on, to stick with it and get going like you guys did in the second quarter?
Just get a positive play on the first play of our drive, or just get a first down. I know we were struggling just to get a first down in the first quarter, but once we found our rhythm, got a first down, the rest is easy.
What's the mood like coming off the field after 5 straight 3-and-outs?
I don't think the mood ever, changed or we ever doubted ourselves. We always knew it. We always know what we have in our offense. So just stay positive. Never any doubt on the sideline, and our defense really carried us. That first quarter.
You had a foot injury this week. Was that anything you had to deal with today?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you think changed in that drive you scored at the end of the first half that changed the momentum for you guys?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What do you think changed for you guys as far as having success on that drive that you guys were able to score at the end of the first half?
Like I said, just getting a positive play, started. I think AC, caught a sideline pass and took it for like 20. So, once we get a first down, then, that's momentum for us.
I believe that you said something in the summer about how you feel like Collins is going to have a big year. Why do you feel like that?
Just his work ethic and, how he runs the ball. He's never going down by one tackler. And just how he practices, man. He practices hard. He always goes hard every play, every rep. So, I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season.
Obviously, in football, the offense can help the defense and vice versa. Just how good is it for you guys to see the defense getting those stops and getting you the ball back a little bit?
Right. It was amazing just to see them out there flying around, hitting. Finally got, another pick, another turnover. So that was good to see Quandre do that. But, our defense, like I said, they kept us in the game.
Anything else? Thank you.
That's about it. You know, we got a quick turnaround, so you know, we're gonna enjoy this one on the plane and get back to work tomorrow. You know, it's just kind of film study. Coaches give me opportunity to do a little something different, and got to take advantage of that when I get that opportunity. So that's all it was. You know, I seen him go off his first look and get to his second look, and I pride myself on being a smart player. So for me, I got to make those plays, and I was able to make it today.
What kind of adjustment is that like for you guys on defense when you go from one quarterback to another quarterback who's got a pretty different style?
I mean, we talked about it in the week, so our coaches had us well prepared for that, and it's up to, you know, myself, Bobby, Jamal, Big Al, and Puna just to relay it through the rest of the defense and just let guys know that, you know, we got some different fits when he comes in the game, and kind of more of a college-style offense when he comes in the game. So, but our job was just to get out the field consistently, no matter who was in that quarterback. So that's kind of what our deal was today. You know, we were a lot better on third down than we were as last week.
How did going to Dime and Ryan Neal help you guys today?
Tremendous. I think anytime you can get your best players on the field, and you got a guy like Ryan that you know he's going to give you everything he got. You know, even if he messes up, you know what he's going to give you. And I love having 6 DBs on the field. It's something that I've been able to do my whole career, and I've played in those spots, so I know how much a different dimension that brings to the defense. And Ryan is always ready when his number's called, and he had a heck of a day, but that's what's expected out of him, and we know that, and he knows that.
Did you suffer injury at some point in the game?
Nah, I just had to go in and get right real quick. Nothing more, you know. Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm straight.
You mentioned getting stops and getting off the field. Just how good did that feel for you guys as a unit after maybe all the talk the last couple of weeks to respond this way?
I mean, it's cool. You know, we got stops, and that's what we needed. You know, we hear all the noise outside, and you know, we just lock in, we do our thing, and I think we love adversity. And I mean, when our back's up against the wall, that's when we play our best. So we just keep doing that, and not really caring what people saying on the outside.
You feel like your backs were against the wall because of what happened in the previous 2 weeks?
I mean, you feel like you're back against the wall in this division. You know, it's a hell of a division. We know that, and we got to be on our A game, and we know that. So for us, we just got to continue to take steps to better ourselves, and like we know we haven't played our best ball, and we're going to continue to get in that groove.
The focus was different or more locked in this week as you got prepared?
I mean, I guess you can say that, but I mean, you got to prepare the same way each and every week, and maybe you do a little extra if it's not working out, and if it does work and you do extra, then you keep adding extra. So I think that's the mindset that we got to have, and we got to take care of our bodies, and we got to get ready to go. We know it's going to be a heavyweight battle on Thursday, and we know what it is. They know what it is.
Were you able to see the Russell Wilson touchdown to Freddie, or were you doing something different?
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, playing against him on another team, you see it all the time. So, I mean, he's phenomenal. We know that. You know, Freddie made a big-time play. Russ is stronger than a lot of people think, and he made a heck of a play, got us going. And anytime we can, you know, get a tugs in the red zone, that's a big deal. I think the offense is 4-for-4 in the red zone, so we'll take 100% every day.
You scored that touchdown at the end of the first half. Before the end of the first half, does that give you the defense momentum to get you guys kind of get going like you guys did in that second half?
I think so, for sure. You know what I mean? But going into the game, you know, I mean, going into halftime, it was 7-7. So we go into the mindset of it's 0-0. And, you know, they tried to come out and get a little spark with Trey Lance. And our job was just to get out the field, get the ball back to the offense, and let those guys do their thing.
What had Sydney showed you guys in practice that made you guys feel like he'd be good, you know, when he got a chance to start?
I mean, I think he's a proven vet. I mean, he's been in the league a few years now, and he knows what's expected out of him. I think for us, it's just continue to communicate with him. So when we do get in the heat of battle, you know what I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing, and we can't put him in those positions where he doesn't. So I think as time continues to go, you know, we'll get better communication, and I think he'll be playing a lot better, and I'm excited to have him. You know, I've heard good things about him. He played with my homie Slade, so I kind of got the rundown on him, and you know, I think he's going to help us a lot.
That long touchdown, was he supposed to take that wheel route on that play that Samuel came open on, or was that just a miscommunication where a couple guys?
You think I'm a snitch? Nah, I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll get it figured out. But, I won't throw nobody under the bus, and we'll get it worked out. I feel like if I was in, it'd have been a little bit better communication. Not saying that they didn't, but it's my job to lead back there, and I wasn't out there, so I put that on me.
Think guys will be even more fired up this week against the Rams, knowing how last year ended?
Hey, to each his own. I keep my same demeanor each and every week, and I know it's going to be a big-time contest, and, we know the type of rivalry it is. We know how they going to feel. We know how we going to feel. So at the end of the day, we got to do what we do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What changed for you guys in the second part there after series, 5 series, I guess, that you got going?
Just getting the rhythm. First couple drives, I got to go back and watch the film to see exactly what it was. But, we ran the ball a little bit. Didn't get quite as much as we wanted. I don't know about, they had a good rush first couple drives. Gave up some sacks, some hits. Didn't get the completion we wanted. The thing just opened up. They got a rhythm, started to see what they were trying to do. Got the runs going, got the play actions going. It just got them on their heels. We got our tempo stuff going where we're going fast. They were trying to get lined up, different alignments and things like that, getting thrown off. I think that's when we're at our best. When we're able to go fast tempo and keep them on their heels. And we did that. Defense did a great job, man. A lot of that came from the defense, continuing to give us opportunities, turnovers with short field to work with. You keep having games like that, man. You just, as an offense, you feel like you got it together at some point. When they're playing lights out like that, you got to compliment them, and I think we did that as the game went on.
Was it difficult at all on the sidelines? Keeping everybody kind of on the same page during that time when everything was sort of not looking good?
I think everybody did a great job. Early on, communication was off. So we had to get that under control. But guys were always in it. We never really got out of the ball game, so no one ever got too discouraged. Like I said, the defense did a great job. It was a 7-point game for a while, and then we tied it up going into halftime. So everyone was pretty locked in. We're very passionate about the game in general. This was a must-win game for us. We knew that throughout the game. So, but it was a great win for us.
Why did it feel like a must-win?
We don't lose 3 games in a row here. You know what I mean? And once you get into division play, the magnitude of those games and everything that goes into that, and coming on the road in this kind of environment, it's a really good team over there. We knew the challenges that awaited us, so we were all in tune to that throughout the game, and we don't take it for granted.
How much of the offense's ability to stay cool when things aren't going well is kind of feeding off of Russ and the fact that he never wavers when stuff gets bad?
That guy's incredible. I'm a very passionate person. My emotions can get hot a little bit on the sidelines. Russ is a very even-keeled guy, and that's very, very important for us, especially at that position, having a cool head no matter what, being just optimistic about everything no matter what. It means a lot.
Does that help you specifically since you're so emotional and he's kind of not?
Yeah, it helps me. He knows, on the sidelines, that's when I get all my talking out, but once I get on the field, I'm locked in. Once I get on the field, I got a job to do. I don't do too much. So, but yeah, it helps me.
Have you seen the replay yet of the him spinning out and then finding Freddie?
I saw it live. Unfortunately, I was speechless, man. I just went to him, said, you're bad MFer. That was my words to him. I really didn't have much to say. One of the best plays I've seen from him in my time here, and it's just commonplace, for him.
What kind of spark did Alex Collins give you?
Big spark. AC is his demeanor, his approach to the game. It's very, very crucial for us. He's a very talented back, and he came in with a spark, came in ready to play, hungry, and it showed.
Is that just how this team works so well that you guys can have 5 3-and-outs, and then all of a sudden the offense just, once it got clicking, you guys really got on track.
I'm sorry, what was the beginning of that?
Just that, you guys have like, what, 5 3-and-outs, and then all of a sudden the offense gets clicking. I mean, have you ever been in a game like that where something changes so much, where the offense is having so much difficulty, and then all of a sudden it's doing so well?
Yeah, you have games like that, where sometimes, the offense is just, firing on all cylinders, and, defense might be down a little bit that day. You have games where the offense starts out struggling, defense keeps us in it. You know what I mean? It happens like that sometimes. Just all about staying the course. We did that. We have all the players we need to be successful here. It's about staying the course and executing and just continuing to do your job as the game goes on.
What's Russ saying on
My man.
What's
dying
Russ
up
saying
here.
on the sideline when 5 straight 3-and-outs?
Stay the course. Stay the course. Just stay in it. Like I said, the game was never out of reach. No matter what was going on in defense, did a hell of a job of keeping us in it. And giving us chances to get back into it, continue to make plays, and just stay the course. That was his message to us. We saw what they were doing. They made some plays, but we kept seeing openings of things we could take advantage of, and we started to do that as the game went on.
What are you saying on the sideline in those situations?
I can't repeat everything I was saying. Stay the course, one play at a time. When the run game wasn't going the way we wanted to, just saying we had to be more physical. I was, calling to run the ball more, and then we ran it and we weren't producing. And so I was just saying, when those runs get dialed up, we got to make it count. Other than that, it was just stay the course, continue to fight. It's a good team we're going against. We knew it was going to be a dogfight coming into it, 4 quarters, just those words.
The tempo that you guys have at your disposal in this offense, how does that feel different than years past?
We've had tempo in years past. It's just all about staying, continuing to stay committed to it, and I think we've done that as the years gone on. We've seen the success we've had with it. Russ has done a great job of being able to check the things that he sees, runs, passes, whatever he wants to take advantage of. It's been really crucial for us, and again, I think that's when we're at our best. So it's just about, continuing to do it, staying committed to it.
You said earlier, we don't lose 3 in a row around here, is I think what you said. Russ hasn't lost 3 in a row since his sophomore year of college.
Mm-hmm.
Just what does that tell you about a guy that, 10 years in the NFL?
He's a bad man. He's a bad man. I mean, the work that he puts into this thing day in and day out is admirable. And as a 14-year guy, you just gotta match that. You know what I mean? You gotta match that. You gotta, and the rest of the locker room, you have to match that. You just try to put everything you can into it to be, prepared week in and week out, physically, mentally, emotionally. You know what I mean? Like, he really cares about this game, cares about winning. So we just do our best to go out there and win for him.
Anything else?
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Thank you.
I think it was a good start. Everything wasn't perfect. Obviously, there's some things to clean up. I have super high expectations for myself, so it was a good start, but a lot to fix, a lot to correct. But team did well. Good win.
When did you find out you were starting?
Monday or Tuesday evening.
Did you need some time? Pete kind of just said, you needed some time to learn the defense and stuff like that. Did you kind of finally feel like you were ready for all this now? Or?
Yeah, for sure. Learning process happened for about 3 or 4 weeks. It was a good process, everybody coming together to help me and everybody else learn, all the young guys too. So it's been good. It's been good to learn.
What's been the toughest part of that process? Because there's some carryover, as you mentioned earlier, with the scheme.
Just, I think, filling out how everything moves and your teammates and all the small details and the communication part of it. It's one thing to have a playbook. It's different to actually go out and execute with other people, 11 other men, 10 other men, and do it all collectively together.
I guess not to harp on this, but is one of those things to clean up the long pass at all, or was that something that was?
I think the way the defense works, it all works together. We have to go to the film room and figure that out, and I have to do a better part of my job in recognizing the formation and play, and clean that up.
Anything else?
How important was it the fact that you guys get a win when you look at, obviously you're 2-2, it's a whole lot better than being 1-3. Is it that kind of a big turning point, that type of?
Oh, it's super huge. 1-3 sounds way worse than 2-2. 2-2 we're fighting, and division game, always a bonus to get a win here. And we know how important these are, so this was huge for us. A good team win.
Was it, I mean, obviously the first 10, 15 minutes of the game didn't look very good. Was it easy to kind of stay? Everybody's been talking about staying the course and all of that. Was it?
Oh, you got to stay the course. That's what football is about. Football is finishing the play, finishing a quarter, finishing the game. Everything, football is finish.
Thanks, Sydney.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it, Dave? No, Russ. Well, do you think you guys proved anything today?
Yeah, obviously, we just got our swagger and our confidence back. You know what I mean? And that was kind of stated in an interview I, said before the game that, things would change, as far as our swagger and our confidence, believing in one another. And, we came out and we proved that.
How did you lose your swagger and your confidence?
No, I don't think we lost our swagger and confidence, but I just think that, when you drop 2 games, obviously, guys' heads are down. Guys, might feel like it's their fault or whatnot, but at the end of the day, we're in this together, and it's a team sport, and we came out, we competed hard.
What did Ryan Neal bring you guys in those dime packages?
A lot of energy, but obviously we know what Ryan's going to do. We see it all the time in practice. He's a phenomenal player, and I'm just excited to get out there on the field when he does come out there.
What do you think of Quandre's pick?
It was a great pick.
What kind of an adjustment is it for you guys when you go from one style of quarterback in the first half to a different style in the second half?
Well, obviously I thought that, going into it, we knew what type of quarterback Lance was, and we knew what Jimmy was, right? So we were prepared for both. When they made the switch, we obviously, we wanted to feel what they were doing, and obviously they started to do a lot of zone read and get in 2-back. Obviously getting things around the edge and letting him keep the ball as well. So it was a different attack, obviously, but, we slowed it down once we got the hang of it.
You've been an observer of Russ for a while now. What did you think of some of those plays that he made?
You said Russ?
Russ, yeah.
Oh, man, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason. You know what I mean? He's an ultimate competitor, great teammate, but an even better person off the field. And I'm just excited to, take the field with him and compete with him, each and every day.
The game obviously didn't start the way you guys would have hoped. I mean, this first quarter was sort of rough. What was the mood like during, while that was going on?
Yeah, it didn't matter. We won.
Because of how good the division is and what one and two would have meant, did this game feel particularly important?
Yeah, damn right. It was very important because it was the next game. Obviously, we own the NFC West. We hold the belt. So we say that they gotta go through us, right? So obviously that's our mindset, that's our standard. This is one game, but obviously we got to keep on marching. We have a big opponent next week. I'm looking forward to it.
When the offense scored toward the end of the first half, to tie the score right in the halftime, did that give you guys, the defense, more momentum, knowing that you kept them to 7 points?
Don't kill me. Say that one more time, brother. You might have to move your mask. Thank you.
What I wanted to say is, when they scored at the end, the offense scored at the end of the first, just tied up 7-7, did that give the defense momentum carrying into that second half, knowing that, you guys had helped the Niners to only 7 points?
Right. Well, obviously, whether we scored or not, you know what I mean? We understood it was still a close ball game. It was only 7-0. We knew what type of game this was going to be. It was a tough opponent, right? Those guys know us. We know them. But obviously, the offense punching it in definitely gave us a lot of juice and energy, something we needed.
You have something to say to Debo before his touchdown? Like during that drive, was like someone injured there. Did you have something to say to him at that time?
When?
Right before their touchdown at the very end of the game, so fourth quarter.
No. Debo, man, we're cool, man. So it wasn't anything exchanged. He's a great football player, and obviously look forward to matching up again with him next time.
Some of the shots that they took at you guys after the playoff game last season about sending you guys back to Cabo, whatever they said, does that add anything to this week?
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, they was in Cabo with us. You know what I mean? So we got to continue doing what we're doing, man. We're not gonna get caught up in all the hype. Obviously it was one game. It was a great win. But like I said, we got a next opponent coming up, the Rams, and we're looking forward to it.
Was the adjustment this week in defense as simple as everyone just doing their job and being more accountable?
Yeah, just executing, you know what I mean, and flying around the ball and getting off the field on third down. That was key. I think we had a couple drives to where we were getting off the field, going 3 and out. And that gives us a lot of momentum. That's almost like a turnover, right? If you keep getting them back to back. So, we feed off of that. It's okay. It's okay. We feed off of that, and it was great to get off the field on third down because that definitely gives us momentum as a team.
What inspired this work today?
Oh, it's just that El Presidente. You know what I mean? I just for me, it's look good, feel good, play good. So I try to win on the field and win off the field.
Anything else? Michael, Sean, you got to see the bag too. It's all part of the bag.
Tie it all together.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Picture of that.
Thanks, Jamal.
Thanks, Jamal. Thank you.
Great.
100 wins the rest. How's that sound to you?
Man, that's why I play the game, is to win. You know, just to be in great company with some amazing players, you know, in the history of this game. You know, Peyton Manning, I remember going to his passing academy when I was young, yay high. You know, and some of the other guys, you know, that have gotten 100 wins and stuff like that. It's pretty special, you know. And so, you know, for me, I've always said for myself personally, every day I want to treat it as a new day, like I don't even know anything. And so, you know, I think back to all the great players I've been fortunate to play with, and these guys on this team, and obviously Coach Carroll and John Schneider for believing in me, Paul Allen. Thanks for taking a chance on me. You know, and it's just the Allen family as a whole. I think that, you know, I think back to my dad when he used to wake me up in the morning. And before, I didn't really want to wake up that early. You know, he used to try to wake me up at 5:15, 5:30 in the morning. And he'd knock on my door and say, son, you want to be great? Every day. Son, you want to be great? Knock on my door. And I started answering the call. You know, I tried to be up earlier than him. And I think back to my mom and my dad. They both demonstrated so much faith. And they believed in my brother, my sister, and I so much that they always encouraged rather than discouraged, like I always say. And just, I'm excited about the next 100, you know. There's more championships. There's more things we want to do. There's more of this season that we have to do. And, you know, I'm just fortunate, you know, to any young kid out there too, I think about the hard work. Hard work pays off, you know, you have to put the work in, you know, there's no mistake in the hard work. And a guy like Trevor Moawad, you know, even though he's not here anymore, he would say the best is ahead. So that's what I believe, the best is ahead.
You guys had -7 yards the first 5 drives. Just didn't seem like you could get anything going. Were there any significant adaptations that were made at that point, or was just, you know, 1 or 2 big plays and suddenly just?
I think you guys jinxed us, man. I think you guys were saying that we could start good early, and couldn't finish late, so we just flipped it around on you guys. You know, I think that obviously they're a good football team. They got great pass rushers. They got great things they do. They got great scheme. We just, you know, struggled early. Our defense was playing great throughout the whole game. They played great early. They were able to hang on there and get some key plays. I think Diggs getting that pick and just doing some different things that we, you know, guys just making great plays, and just we stayed together. There was no doubt, you know, and we really believed throughout the whole game that we could win it, and we just stayed the course, you know, stayed the course, kept our language right. Had that championship language on the sidelines with everybody, and just making sure that, you know, the huddle was tight and everything else. And next thing you know, we picked up the tempo a little bit, and we got a groove going, and just we started moving the ball extremely well. We had the touchdown to DK right before the half started, and then next thing you know, we came out in the second half, and we had those, I think three consecutive drives where we scored touchdowns, I believe it was. That was just kind of, we really caught that groove and found a way to make some plays.
Where do you rank that spin out touchdown pass to swing and all you've done?
You know, I don't know. We've had some good plays in my career. Definitely a good one though. That was, you know, we had you know, Dante rushing off the edge there, and then whenever you see Bosa right there next to you too, both of them right there, it's kind of you know, so one of those moments. But it was definitely one of the top 10, I think. That was a good one.
When did you know you had the corner on your touchdown run?
I kind of read through all the progressions. Kind of things weren't really there right away. I kind of just I just kind of slid step left, and Dwayne did a good job of moving his guy in, and just kind of was able to get outside. And I kept my eyes downfield. I saw Tyler trying to race across, which I'm always looking to throw it, but and I said, let's take off and go dive for the end zone, and I was able to get in there.
Having never lost 3 in a row, was that any kind of motivation for you, Russ?
I don't think about losing. I just not thinking about losing 3 in a row, thinking about losing 1, thinking about losing 2. I just don't think about it. It's not in my repertoire. It's not in my thought process, to be honest with you. I don't think about it. I just think about winning. So I think the biggest thing is winning the process every week, every day. I think that's why we've been able to be so successful in the midst of adversity. I said earlier in this week, I love adversity. It's the truth. I don't mind it. I look forward to it rather than run away from it. And I think our football team does too. And so we still got a lot ahead. We were able to win this game today, and that's what we came here to do in a tough environment. Levi Stadium is always one of the toughest places to play, especially because NFC West game. There's it's the crowd's good and all that too. And it was hot out there today too. So we were able to really do what we needed to do best, and we were able to find a way to win.
You mentioned, you hit a stay even kill on the sideline.
Say it one more time.
Dwayne said that, you always stay even kill when you're on the sideline, when he gets more emotional. So after that fifth straight 3 and out, what was your demeanor, and what were you saying to the guys to pretty much change the momentum there? Because you guys scored right before the halftime and kind of changed the momentum for you guys, right?
Yeah, the number one thing is I always stay neutral. You're not trying to get too high, not trying to get too low. Something I really believe in. I think the second thing is that language is everything. Language controls a lot of how we think about things and emotions and all that. So I think having a neutral mindset, but also having neutral language and speaking the truth. If the truth is okay, we've had some 3 and outs, but the truth is it's just 7-0. That's the score. So let's go answer. Let's go find a way. Let's stay together no matter what it takes, and we're going to get it done. There is no other option. We're going to get it done, and that's what we were able to do.
How big was it that it was only 7-0 because the defense was getting stops?
Yeah, the defense was doing tremendous today. I mean, you got to give them credit. They were all over the field. I mean, guys were smoking guys and hitting people. You saw Jamal in that big hit near the end of the game. You saw Diggs make the interception. I thought Ryan Neal played terrific. I thought D. Taylor got after the quarterback a few times. There was just a lot of guys making a lot of plays, and that was a beautiful thing. And we're all in this thing together. We're all fighting for the same thing, and that's to win, and that's to perform at the highest level and do it together. And it's such a special team. We have a special team, special group of guys, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Did going tempo a little bit more help you guys, you think?
Yeah, I think tempo really helped us. We obviously got in a groove there. That drive we scored the touchdown right before half, we kind of picked up the tempo and made some calls and checks and things and different things, and then we were able to get into the end zone. Shane called a great play for the touchdown pass to DK. DK did a great job of winning and getting inside and diving for the end zone, and then the rest of the game, really, that's what we did the whole time for the most part, was trying to be at the line of scrimmage and really trying to challenge the defense, because we have some good stuff and we know what to get to and how to get to it, and that was really great. It really picked up our momentum and our big play moments and different things. It just kept the tempo on them and put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Do you guys have more modes or styles of tempo now than you had in the past?
Yeah, we have tons of different tempos, and stuff. So obviously we have our 2-minute in the midst of it, but there's the different ways that we can get. We can go rapid fire, lightning fast, and we can also mix it up and without saying too much. I try to just control the game. And I told Shane, I said, let's go for it. Let me be a part of controlling the game with you, and let's go get them because we can. And so that's what we did. And we, Shane and I are so connected in such a good way. He loves it. And that's why he's here. That's why he's so special at what he does. And it was just a really good flow and mesh of what we were trying to do, and we were able to get to everything that we wanted to.
You said you wanted to go tempo before the first touchdown drive?
Yeah, right before that drive, say, hey, we just change it up. Let's not huddle anymore and do all this. Let's move. And we were able to do that and kind of get rolling there and put the pressure on them. And so you kind of felt that momentum change and shift.
You really can't get tempo unless you don't get first downs, but Alex Collins goes 28 yards on the sidelines with that catch. How big a play was that?
That was a huge play. I mean, Alex Collins did a tremendous job today. He had a sweet touchdown run too. He's just sweet feet back there, man. He's just able to make people miss and do some special things. Got the right attitude every day, and we have a great group of running backs that can make a lot of plays. And Chris Carson getting that huge first down on 3rd and 1, and just some things that we were able to do in that drive. And then obviously shortly after, ended up getting us to AC's run touchdown. He does a great job of kind of scampering, and just guys doing a great job blocking. And it was just a great. I think the second half was a really great second half, and we were able to do everything we wanted to.
DK and Tyler had some injuries this week. We kind of fought through those. Just, I guess, how obviously it was important to have those guys out there, but just kind of what was that like, seeing those guys fight through this?
Yeah, I mean, just you have champions in DK and Tyler. They're winners. They're able to be tremendous pros to battle through some injuries and things. Things that happen. Just it's football, and those guys they leave everything on the line every day. And those two guys are so smart. They're so talented, obviously, and they're just great playmakers, and they made some huge plays this game, and it's exciting. It's such an honor and just a blessing just to be able to play with such amazing guys that are so dedicated to the game. Freddie Swain's another guy that's dedicated to the game. There's so many, but just think about that wide receiver crew, Penny Hart, and just guys who step up and step in. It's fun. It's fun. It's really cool.
Thursday night game, do you watch the film with us on the flight home and then you're done with it, or do you move right on to
Yeah, I'll watch this probably twice on the way home, and then start watching LA right away too on a plane if I have enough time. I know it's a shorter flight, so it's the shortest flight I think we have all year, so which is a good thing, I guess. But yeah, I'll start watching LA tonight, and then first thing tomorrow morning.
The idea of staying neutral in a situation like early in this game, do you have to resist the urge to not do that, or is it just second nature by this point?
You have to resist the urge to not do what?
To not stay neutral. I mean, is it tempting to, talk sort of in a different way than you normally do, or get frustrated?
Yeah, I just believe in the thought process. I don't blink. I don't blink. It's supposed to be challenged, supposed to be hard. I like it. I like it when it's tough. It's okay, and that's what champions do. They answer, they respond, they were able to find ways, and I think that's part of a season. It's part of a journey. Been through too much, seen too much, played too much, gone through a lot of amazing wins and some tough losses, and so I've seen it all. I think, so I think, the reality is that it's nothing I haven't seen, nothing I haven't experienced, and and so as long as we can control us, internally, mentally. Play with great emotion. I'm not saying don't play with great emotion. I get fired up when we make a play, but it's not being emotional, and I think that's the great balance you got to have.
Anything else, guys? Thank you, Russ.
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much to the Seahawks fans. Go Hawks. Yep.